Okay, glued together here. Dear Karen, please ask the selectmen if they will consider issuing an official statement of support for the Tuftonboro Police Department, if they haven't already. Across our country, and even sadly in our state, there have been violent anti-police riots over the past month. Police officers have been vilified, defamed, and attacked, and even in some terrible instances, murdered. I think as a town, we should stand against the intolerance and declare that we support the police, because the police support us and are in fact no different from us. We are all members of the same community, and all our lives matter. I hope the selectmen will speak up in support of the police if they haven't already, in which case would you please point me to the minutes. Thank you, Max.
Well,
who said that? Yeah, I'm not going to support that language.
well, here's the concern that I have with all of this, okay? This is the whole Black Lives Matter thing. All lives matter. So we support our police department, we support our fire department, we support all of the other departments in town. And so, and I don't know that there's, I think we have consistently been supportive of their department as well as others.
Well, we're the civilian authority. I'm not about to adopt that sort of language and recommendation to our police department. I'm not going to be involved with sustaining the thin blue line. It isn't going to happen. So if you guys want to vote yes to Max's language, go for it. But my feeling is that we have an obligation to support the department as a function of government and as a function of public safety. But I don't think we need, I don't think we should take proactive statements like Max's language as a form of support. There's going to be any number of times during the course of our term in office where we may want to come into disagreement with the police department. If one of our police officers, God forbid, pulled a stunt like they did in Minneapolis, we'd have a long conversation about how much we're supporting the police department.
I think that it strikes me also as something that is not necessary. There hasn't been any, as far as I know, any question within the town of Tuftonboro, within our area of capability, actions of police. None of that's being called into question, and so it's.
Yeah, I don't know that we need to voice our solidarity.
Well, it's sort of like trying to create a solution to an issue that isn't there.
Isn't there here?
Right. Yeah. Right. And it is only there in some isolated areas. Happen to be some larger population areas. Unfortunately, if you watch the news, you think it's a nationwide movement that has wide support in the general population, but that's not the fact. It's just, it has visibility in the media, and consequently people can look at it and say, oh yeah, it's everybody's on board with, this defund the police kind of thing. So,
yeah, I think 80% of the population is on board with addressing police issues. And I think we're on board with that as well.
And I would guess, to go back to the conversation we had the other day, that if people were polled, a large majority of the population would be on board with correcting some of the bad practice issues within the medical community of situations where somebody's a bad actor someplace, and it just goes on. But anyway, there are issues that need to be addressed, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think I'm done with that language. we're gonna come up with statements from time to time, I'm sure, that will address any problem that we're elected to address.
Okay. Next item is,